Anybody there? Anybody there? Anybody there? Nobody? 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 Hello, guys. Hello. 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 I know we got some people here. I can see some eyes. Don't see anybody in the chat. I know this is a last minute thing, so we're going to give it a chance. We're going to give it a chance. How's everybody doing? Got anybody in comments? Anybody that's been here for a minute? Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey guys. Nobody, nobody. Hey guys, I just want to give it a second because this was a spur of the minute thing. I could have done a video, but I was like, I don't know. I don't see anybody in the comments. Is there anybody in the comments here? Because I'm really trying to see them. But I don't see anybody in the comments. I see a bunch of people looking in here, but I don't see anybody in the comments. So click on a comment to show it on the screen. But I don't have anybody in the comments. Hey guys. All right. Let's see. Is there anybody that can write to me in the comments here? Or is there something up with is there something up here? I see me saying hello. All right, well, there's like 40 of you guys watching this, so I just want to make sure that you can hear me and see me and all that good stuff. So let me double check on that. Let me double check on that. There's 43 people, but I don't see anybody in the comments, so that's what my concern is. Oh, my chat is disabled. Okay, so I gotta see where I can get it abled. Hold on, guys. I don't know why it's disabled. Honestly, like, hang on. Let me see what I can do. Oh, I see it's. All right, hang on. I see. All right, I see. See. All right, let's see. Let's see if it's abled now. All right, let me see. All right, great. Thank you. I'm sorry, guys. All right, it works. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, great. Yeah. So I had to go onto YouTube. I'm sorry about that. Forgive me, guys. Hey. Let me give everybody a chance to come in here, and I got some stuff that I want to get to go over with you. Somebody sent me some stuff. Hey, Jessica, how you doing? Good. I hope everything's good. Hey, girl, Hucky Bear. Trip the light fandango. That's a great song. You ever hear Annie Lennox do that song? Whiter Shade of Pale. My favorite version is Annie Lennox. Hi, Bethup. Did you just go? Okay. Okay, cool. Kathy, how you doing? Let me get over here and get my water, and I'll be right about the chat. Okay, thanks, man. What happened was it was on children. That's why. What's the matter, Bubba? You all right, Bubba? It was on children, Jessica. That was the problem with that. All right. I know, buddy. I know. Yeah, sorry about that. It was on. Yeah. Mrs. Jones, Mr. Jones, Mr. Jones. First of all, I got to give somebody credit. Emmy from TikTok. I've been taking videos from her, not knowing I'm taking videos from Emmy from TikTok. So big shout out to Emmy from TikTok, who I didn't know, because people send me videos. I don't know who it's from when I can't figure it out. So that's my biggest apology. Yeah, Bobby, that was my fault. That was my fault. Hey, Stacia, Jean, how you doing? Milo, no bark. All right. Jennifer, Christoph fan, always. All right. So here's some. Cut it out. Hold on. Let me get him something because he's going to keep going. Buddy, you can't. Sorry about that. He takes advantage every time I'm on the computer or on the phone. All right, guys. So big shout out again to Amy, because I've been using her videos without knowing who they belong to. I do want to say thank you to that. Just sent you an email. Disregard, you fixed it. Okay, thank you, Butica. Hey, CJB, how you doing? How you doing? Okay, much love to all you guys. You know what? I have no other way. They have to. They will. They win. They win every time. Okay, I am making money off the Whittakers. I'll tell you what. I'm giving them 10%. Okay, I'm giving them 10%. How's that? Is that good? You can go check on my other channel and see how much I gave last year. Go to my other channel. Go look in my March posts and see how much money I gave last year to 4 or 5 organizations, okay? How's that? And I'm not really making money off the Whittakers. I'm making money off Eric Carroll. That's who I'm making money off, okay? So what, should I give him extra money for what he did to the family? Yeah. Making money off Gypsy Rose too. Should I, what, give her money for unaliving her mom or what? Setting this. Here's the thing. I'm trying to set a narrative straight because something was done wrong, and I'm trying to bring attention to it. If you don't like it, you can leave. It's not even an airport. You don't have to say hello or goodbye. You just go. All right? Or you can go watch another channel who's also going to make money on YouTube. I think pretty much everybody on YouTube that has a monetized YouTube channel makes money off of it. But do I have a camera in anybody's face, or am I trying to right the wrong, or at least show you guys this is what's going on? These are the bad guys. Should you not know somebody who went around moving children around is the same person who's trying to break up a family? You guys shouldn't know that. I just want to make sure, Commander Alpha Turkey, that what I'm sharing with you is something that's important, because if it's not, just leave. There's a family broken up here, and a lot of you guys know that. We're going to say, we're going to not even delete the comment. I didn't mean to delete the comment. I just want to get the guy out of here, you know, because they're a troll. They're a troll. I don't know anybody on YouTube that doesn't make money. However, I will tell you that I do know some content creators, so help me God, that donate every dime they make. They donate every dime they make. And I know that they haven't told their channel that, because I know 2 people that do that. So when you guys open up your mouth, and I'm not talking about all of you, some of you don't know what you're talking about, because I personally, I'm not one of those content creators This is how I make my living. But I know 2 content creators that give all of their money and donate it out. And they don't do it for anybody else to know. So you guys should just tell them, just go. You guys should be careful with what you do and say. Unless somebody's breaking up families and lying to you, I wouldn't worry about it. And if you ever find me lying to you, I'd like the benefit of the doubt. Because I'm not a liar. So how about that? So that's what I'm going to do now is, guys, I'm going to show you, you know what? I have just decided, yeah, well, you're a horrible person, Jessica White. What's wrong with you? You're not allowed to make any money. Better you should go steal. Go rob and steal, or go starve, or go on social services, whatever. Because you have no right to make money here. Guys, I'm just not going to keep taking shit that I don't need to take. You know, so I've already had somebody accuse me of not being sober. So I smoke weed and that's it. And in the state of New York, you're allowed to. And at 62 fucking years old, that's what I do. The only vice I have. Okay? And the day I come up here and I start spitting out words that make no sense, I'll probably be having a stroke because I don't get that high. But you know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep all the money. There's no reason for me to keep all the money. No reason for me to keep all the money. I want to give the Whittakers 10%, and I will. We don't know what that looks like, who will be giving it to. Hopefully they'll be out. Because it's you guys that are going to decide where the Whittakers' money goes. Because you guys might say, they might not all be together. And if that's the case, we still need to give 10% to the Whittakers. We just need to find how we're going to do that. Whether it's going to be that we're going to get them stuff, if God forbid they're still away, and we'll get them stuff through Amazon, you know, but you guys and I will decide when I do my taxes. And you're going to see it just as simple as go look how easy I made it in March on my posts on Issues with Toddy One Skip. This is how much money these videos made. This is how much money we donated to that. So, I mean, I'm not somebody that's a liar. My integrity is all I have. And that's priceless to me. It's all I have. They count on it. It's the same integrity. I got to go because he just knocked over his bed. Hang on, Milo. Let me help you with that. Let me help. I know you can't get up there when you do that. You got to let me help you. Okay? There you go. But that's your sister's bed. Remember that. That's her bed. That's her special place to go. All right. So let's go. Hey, Jessica, you never have to do that, but thank you. I appreciate you, sir. I do. I appreciate you. I know, Kathleen. I wish it was legal there too. You guys can disagree with me. All I ever ask is when we disagree that we disagree with respect and that you don't make any blanket statements. So this way I have, you know, I at least have an argument to come back with. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, Toddy One Skip, you're a liar. Okay, what am I lying about? Can you be more specific? You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. All right, guys. All right. Let's go into this right here. So I want to show you something. These are receipts from Venmos. Okay. These are receipts from Venmos. Excuse me first. Yeah, okay. We're going to make more money than that with the coloring books. And maybe Timmy will be into something else, right? Maybe Timmy will be into, not that anything's wrong with coloring. There's adult coloring books too that, you know, are a little bit more intricate. Did you guys see the coloring book that they had on Patrick's Facebook page? So somebody got it from Etsy and it's got Timmy. It's really cute. It is cute. All right. I'm from New York. Woohoo. Okay. All right, guys. So this is what I wanted to show you right here. So right here, these are receipts. Okay. They're receipts that are from Eric Carroll, who was paid for several things. In the meantime, we saw a letter from Eric Carroll through a lawyer, right? Saying that there was money, there was going to be reimbursement, right? That he had to reimburse himself. He had to reimburse himself for the things that he spent so that the Whittakers could get some money, right? Guys, I'm in here by myself. So I feel you. So if I miss something on the chat or something, just be careful with that. Just go. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. I know somebody in that area that could help you too. All right. So listen, let's look at this. These are people that gave money here. Okay. Now look at this. Okay. So I want you to see here that there's some stuff that Eric paid out, right? So there's the Airbnb. I don't know how much money he's paid, but look, cash. This person, I just wanted to get these people's names out of here. A little something to help you out while on the road. Grab some pizza from my favorite pizza place. I don't think he went there. Didn't he get donated pizza for free? And this guy's got the friggin' nerve to ask the Whittakers, to tell the Whittakers, I need to get reimbursed first. All right, so here we've got more money paid to Eric Carroll. This is the same video. I'm sorry, same thing. Hang on. Okay, there's more money paid to Eric Carroll. Timmy. August 27th, August 27th, August 27th, August 27th. To do things with Timmy. So who was paying for Timmy's fun stuff here? It's not much, and I really want more. I really wish it was more. I just want to make sure everything is on the up and up. I don't blame you. West Virginia trip. Look, somebody's pitching in for the West Virginia trip on August 27th. August 27th. Look at this. Wait, it gets crazy because there's so much more. August 27th, August 27th, Airbnb. Somebody's helping with the Airbnb. Help. Here, look at the money donated here. August 27th. How much money do you think this guy made on August 27th? This is nothing to do with Facebook and nothing to do with anything other than this is donations. Thought all the donations were supposed to go to the Whittakers. Oh, only when he says donations for... These are donations. Help. The Airbnb, okay, for the Airbnb, but then don't ask people for money for the Airbnb, which is what he's trying to deduct money for now, the Airbnb. Help for Airbnb, help with whatever, room and board, Airbnb, West Virginia, August 27th. Look at how many times this guy's been hit up on August 27th, and still he has the nerve to take deductions from the Whittakers, let alone not pay them. Airbnb. I think this was a duplicate. My apologies. Hi, Bubble. You all right? Hope this helps. Help this, not much, but hope it helps. Helping with Timmy. These are donations. This is what would be under donations. The Whittakers' expenses, lodging, help with expenses. Not only were people paying for Eric's stay there, they were paying for his friends' stay there. And then he turns around and paid his friends. And I'm going to show you that too, because that he paid them. He also paid somebody named Alicia Carroll. Could they possibly be related? You know who he didn't pay? The Whittakers. He didn't pay the Whittakers. And Patrick's a grown man. They didn't pay him either, but Patrick has a voice and he could say that. Not that I've had any falling out with Patrick, but this is about the Whittakers. Patrick doesn't need me to fight his battles, but he didn't get paid either. But Whittakers, he got paid for going there, then getting paid for asking for help, then getting paid with help, and now trying to get paid again. Is that 4 times double dipping? The Whittaker Airbnb going towards Whittakers. God bless, to help with Airbnb. I thought this guy was really wealthy. Didn't he say he was wealthy? He was missing out on the other channel. Why couldn't he lay the money out and then have it taken out from what the Whittakers might owe him, or what would have been taken out from Facebook or YouTube or anything? Why did he need help from people when he says he made that big deal about Dad's Talk and how well Dad's Talk is? You know, I worked a full-time job. I didn't brag about it. I loved it. I worked it. But I had a hell of a savings because I also had YouTube and the job. This guy supposedly does so well. Look it, he needs money to stay in places, to go to places, to make things happen. But he doesn't. This is just a way to take people's money. And what did he do while he was there? What did he do? He traveled. He invited people in on the expense of other people, yes. And then he destroyed a family and lied. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Thanks for all you do. I wonder how you feel now. I don't know who these people are, and we don't need to know, but Airbnb, and thanks for all you do. Did I mention thanks for all you do for splitting up the family? I know this isn't much, but I sure hope it helps. God bless you. You are heaven sent for this family. Shame on you, Eric. When you get a message like this, shame on you. Helping you help the Whittakers. Thank you for what you do. Anything you need. How do these people must feel now? Because this wasn't what they wanted. This isn't the idea of a lot of these people and what they meant by helping the Whittakers. And this man hasn't come up and said anything to these people that gave him money. These are the people that need to be answered to, not somebody doing a fucking YouTube video, not bothering anybody. I'm not knocking on anybody's door. You guys are coming to me because I put up a bell, or you guys hit the bell. However it works. So I wonder what that idiot has to say about, what about these people? Well, what about this? This isn't something we should be looking at and seeing. This doesn't show you somebody's character. When somebody writes, I know this isn't much, but I sure hope it helps. God bless you. You are heaven sent for this family. That's shameful, man. That is shameful. And he's acting like he did. He's not even paying the family now. So he got on a vacation. He got to act like he was all that. He got to play chess with people's lives, and the family gets nothing. And somehow he thinks that's fair because they did what? A competition clause after the guy left with their money, when he said, I tried to give their money. I tried to give it to the state police. They didn't want it. Yeah, because you're a liar and the state police isn't going to take it. I tried to give it to the authorities. Go to the bank, open up an account, and put it in there. And then you mail them the ATM card. I mean, you're supposed to be a brilliant, you're a brilliant con man, in my opinion, Eric Carroll. That's what you are, because anybody with any kind of business sense, the first thing would have been, let's get a lawyer. We got to account for this money. We can't double dip, triple dip, or quadruple dip, Eric, because guess what? Not everybody's from odd West Virginia, and even the people from odd West Virginia ain't fucking that stupid. But that's what he was counting on. He was counting on ignorant country folk. Prayers for a positive outcome is what this should have said in this situation. Also praying that you get enough money to cover your Airbnb. You know, I don't know who this person is. I'm almost embarrassed to read this because I can't even imagine how this person must feel. Prayers for a positive outcome in this situation. Is this positive? I just want to know. Do you think donation? That should all be at the Whittakers. That should all be at the Whittakers. That says donation. Prayers for a positive outcome. Also praying that you get enough money to cover your Airbnb. Take care of Timmy and take care of Patrick. Thank you for all you and Patrick have done for the Whittakers. God bless you. Well, Eric Carroll's gone with the money. God bless him. Okay. Hope this helps, man. Support to cause. Flight, lodging, gas, or whatever else is needed. So this stuff was on This stuff is, I'm sorry, this stuff is from Dad Talk. So he's got the same thing going at Dad Talk. I guess he doesn't make enough money off these channels to do anything. He must not make enough money off these channels to do anything. He calls it his career and says that he does a lot of stuff, but I don't think so. Here we go. Emergency trip. This is Dwayne Ward paying him. So the money's, I think, coming from Dad Talk. I'm assuming because they're like together in the Dad Talk bullshit. Well, I don't know, understand why Dwayne had to pay Eric Carroll. I guess it's a way for Dwayne to get paid back without anybody asking questions, what it looks like to me. Dingbat Dwayne. Didn't expect somebody from New York to figure that one out, huh? Emergency trip to Odd West Virginia to assist the Whittakers to keep them safe. Don't you feel stupid now? Of course you don't. This was the plan the whole time. How about it should say emergency trip to Odd West Virginia to steal their money and break up the family and take away their home. That was successful. Eric Carroll paid Mitchell Corbett for Airbnb. Don't forget, Eric Carroll, you got the money from that Airbnb. You got it back on the 27th, tenfold. Eric Carroll paid Alicia Carroll for video help. But the guy has a business. I do it all by myself here. Danny, Milo, they don't help me at all. They don't help me at all. Website design and creation by Dwayne Ward. Dingbat Dwayne. How did that happen? I mean, their videos were shit. You know that. They didn't even edit them from the it's just on. And he paid somebody to hold a phone on. Yeah, record it. On. Come on, guys. I mean, this is like crazy, right? This is crazy. Jesco, I didn't realize it was your picture there. So he didn't mind paying the people that he wanted to pay, right? Here's more stuff, guys. On the 27th, that man got so much money. This is Emmy. I just want to show you Emmy. If you want to check her out, Emmy from New York City, NYC. And this is where I've gotten some of the videos without knowing that I got them from her. So credit to her. Please check out her channel. She's got stuff on TikTok that has to do. And also for those people that like Gypsy Rose, she's got stuff on Gypsy Rose too, which I didn't even know, to be honest with you. So please check that out. And now here's a video from Emmy's channel. I did a video like this, and I guess I got it from her channel, but this one has a little bit more to it, and it breaks it down, plain and simple. So let's watch this, and then I'll get to the chat and we'll talk. So Timmy Whittaker, I'm sorry. I should have left it alone. I'm sorry. I'm bad at that. A little something to help you on the road. Sandwiches are good too. Oh my God, this is pathetic. It's horrible. Let's see. What's going on? Did I hit a button? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, okay. So I'm sorry about that, guys. I must have hit the wrong thing. Yeah, I did. Sorry about that. Sorry. All right. Okay. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Timmy Whittaker having fun with Patrick Rourke before Eric Carroll entered his life. October 8th, 2025. Check it out. Timmy Whittaker before. October 3rd, 2025. Again, this is Emmy's channel. All right, so I'm going to have to do something about the sound here. Like, we're going to have to take this sound off later. We'll let it go now, but I'm going to have to get rid of it later because it's going to be copyright bullshit things. But you see Timmy having a grand old time here? Tell me he's not having a good old time. You see he's got the little... I don't like that look, boys. Not that look at all. You see the little pigtail on the back of his head right there. I don't like that on anybody like that. Not even from the old time Kung Fu movies where I think it was more traditional. I never liked it. I don't like it on Timmy either, but he's having a good time and there's great music. So kudos to you, Patrick. You got good taste in music. Okay, there he is with the fish. It's a bass, isn't it? I think so. He looks happy. And again, look at him. He's not in a a dirty shirt. He doesn't look dirty. He looks well taken care of. He's proud of his fish. He probably had to be taught how to hold the fish so he didn't get bitten. And that's a moment that Patrick didn't share that I'm sure he has with him. Just something. See, Patrick didn't friggin' put everything out there. There's moments Patrick has in his memory that belong to him and Timmy. They weren't for sale, apparently. Eric Carroll. I got to keep doing this for the damn song. Sweet Home Alabama. Okay, so look. Look at this guy. Look at that guy. That's a great picture of Timmy. That's one of my favorite pictures of Timmy. You know, so 46-year-old man being a 46-year-old man goofing around a little bit, right? And I want to talk about something. Somebody brought something to my attention that I want to talk about. Okay. So, hey Flies, how you doing? I'm not paying attention to the chat right now because there's a few things you guys have hit me up with I want to talk about. So one of you guys, and I don't mean any disrespect, I'm not bringing up anybody's name only because I don't know if you want me to, but somebody said, hey, Toddy, you came down pretty hard on Patrick when he took Timmy to Victoria's Secret. And I don't think you quite understood what was going on there. Apparently, Patrick's cousin works there, and that was the person that gave Timmy a kiss. Remember when that was Patrick's cousin, according to this person, and Patrick's cousin's good friend. And they brought up to the fact that, hey, this is a 46-year-old man. Do you think he doesn't have interest in girls? And I thought, I never thought about it. So 2 men going into Victoria's Secrets. I still don't know how I feel about that. To pick up women, I don't know how I feel about that. But being that apparently Patrick's cousin worked there, I get it. I totally get it. And the fact that I can understand, listen, Timmy, he's Timmy must have been so embarrassed. You know, Timmy, he's never seen stuff like that. Where did he see stuff like that? So was it horrible? You know, for 2 guys hanging out, I guess it wasn't so horrible. From a 62-year-old woman watching it, I saw it from a different lens. So I want to thank you to that person that wrote that to me and said, hey, just step back for a minute and just imagine 2 boys going out. 2 boys going out. So you're right. You're right. I didn't see it like that, but I could see it like that. So. And he looks happy. Look at him. He's sitting there on his pool noodles. I need a couple of those, actually. I need to get some today. But he's having a great time. When's the last time? Look, this is some good stuff. And he's wearing different outfits and they're clean. And he's happy. This is not a bad thing. And this was before Eric Carroll. Where was the money for this? Where's the asking for money here? I got to keep with the song. I'm sorry. All right, look. It's not Sweet Home Alabama, is it? Sorry about that. Look, now this, I'm sorry. This looks like Patrick to me. It looks like Patrick to me because that's totally Patrick hat, totally Patrick shirt. And look at Timmy. I mean, look at him. He's groomed, you know, he's clean. He's hanging out with a friend. Like, when's the last time he actually hung out with a peer, a fucking peer? Somebody to make him confident. Somebody to make him feel wanted. Now, I know he feels wanted by his family, but to feel wanted by a friend, to not be the person left on the porch when everybody else goes somewhere. This is not a bad thing. Now, this is one of my favorite things, too, because I got news for you. I haven't jet skied. So if I ever get myself to odd West Virginia or where that was in Tennessee, actually, I need to go jet skiing. I mean, they're having a great time. Patrick's having a blast. And those people that say, yeah, well, that's the only way he got to go. He didn't ask for money. He didn't ask for any money for this. I don't see where there was any money asked for this. The one time he asked for money, they got it at he spent it at Aldi's. Look at this. When was the last time Timmy did this? Look at this. This is fun. This is clean fun. There's nothing wrong with this. That's a perfect song for that. And there we are. Look at Timmy. Have you ever seen him more confident looking? He's just sitting there with his hand on his hips, resting over there with the wristwatch on, just like one of the guys enjoying the music. They were smoking different things, but I don't think that's the case. And this is Moose. They're in the mall here. Clearly, they're in the mall. And he's with Moose. That's a big-ass dog. But look at Timmy. I'm fine with this. I'll be honest with you. So, look at this. Please. Timmy, after Eric Carroll entered his life, Timmy is begging Patrick to help his mama, who had just been taken away by the state after Eric reported the family. Who'd he go running to? Who'd he go running to? Where was Eric? Anybody see Eric Carroll in this situation? Anybody? What? Oh, his headlights headed towards Georgia at this point. Okay. All right, guys. So I just wanted you to see that because I think that that's really important. And that's the videos I have. So let's talk about some stuff. Because I'm in the chat now. Eric never did things like that with Timmy. No, he didn't. What he did was he put Timmy on video, and had him perform, and then told him to go to bed and don't call 911. Remember that? Yeah, I thought so. I'm just going back in the comments, guys, just to see, because I couldn't do both. And my wrench is working on her stuff today, which is absolutely. It's not a Kid Rock song. It's an older song. It's redone by Kid Rock, but it's an older song. That's an old song. That's from the 60s or 70s, I know. He did treat him like one of the boys. Yep, he did. Timmy never took a bad picture. Yeah. All right. There's a lot of great pictures, right? Yeah. 46 is young. I agree, man. At 62, 46 is young. He was having fun. How you doing, Rebecca Michelo? All right. Yesterday was Rebecca's birthday, guys. Those people that didn't know it, you could wish her happy birthday now. Exactly. God bless Timmy. And so I have asked Patrick some things that you guys have asked me. It is. Yeah. Loretta Lynn became famous singing about the shack she grew up in Coal Miner's Daughter. Yes, she did. Eric tried to one-up everything Patrick and Mark did with Timmy, but he didn't. He didn't. He made Timmy. That's not true. Patrick was hanging out with him. You're wrong, Denise. Those videos of Patrick are long before Eric was involved. That's how Eric got involved. Eric saw the GoFundMe and he said, man, you could do better than that. Now, Eric has admitted to this. Eric reached out to him because of the videos. I'm serious. He was hanging out with him first. Denise, and this isn't to put Denise anywhere. Guys, this is because I understand people don't know what's going on, but I just want you to know that Patrick and Timmy went to school together. And then, when they were kids, Patrick's family would say, let's do this for the Whittakers. Let's go get wood for the Whittakers. And they did. and they were friendly. Not as friendly as they were as adults, but they were friendly. And then Patrick moved, he got married, and his life wasn't in Odd, West Virginia. And then a couple years later, he looked back and he wanted to move back to Odd, West Virginia. Timmy came to him. They only lived a couple houses down the street. Timmy came to him in the driveway, and finally Patrick went outside to engage with him. And they became friends. And that was before Eric Carroll, Denise. I promise you. I promise you. I don't know what's in Odd, West Virginia. Timmy's appearance and looks changed drastically. Yes, he did. He did. I think he did really good. He didn't have to ask for money because there was Facebook. Denise, there's Facebook and YouTube money and X money and 6 other platforms that Eric Carroll had, and he was asking for money. Patrick had one platform. He wasn't asking for money except one time, and that was when Betty said, I need groceries. So I don't even know if Patrick's page was monetized at the time or if he was just putting stuff out there. He only had a GoFundMe that I know of, but I don't know if his Facebook page was monetized, and neither do you. So I agree. Being wanted by somebody his aim. Exactly. Yeah, that tells somebody. Imagine. Okay, so and another thing I wanted to say, because this is in the argument, like I on my other channel, the argument with Toddy One Skip, I talk about the Whittakers. So I had said that Patrick had I'm sorry, that Timmy had graduated high school. He didn't graduate high school. They gave him a completion certificate. I don't know what that means. Here's the thing. It did until Eric Carroll came into the picture. And when Eric Carroll came into the picture, it became all about money. But it wasn't. Patrick wasn't asking for anything. Could he have in time? Maybe, but we're not talking about what could have been. We're only talking about what happened here. And he wasn't asking for anything except the one time. And that was before. That was before Eric. You guys could check it out. You don't have to take my word for it. Please check it out. But I just ask when you put something up here just to kind of double check. And if somebody says that's not true, at least go check it out. You know what I'm saying? I would not jet ski in the people do it in the Hudson. I'd do it. What the hell? I would do that shit, man. He never did things like that with him. Yeah, that's sad. It's sad, right? Flies on Coleslaw, guys. Please check out her channel. Please check out the channel. I assume you're female. I'm sorry. You might not be. Denise, I don't disagree, but that's a whole different issue we're talking about to me. No. Listen, and nobody's trying to beat you up, Denise. I just want to correct the narrative because it's not true. That's all. You could hate Patrick, but at least hate him for the right reasons. Don't hate him for what Eric did, because Patrick got taken by Eric too. I'm not fine with it. Actual friendship doesn't require payment or a salary. But Kung Fu Panda, he wasn't taking anything. The pictures that I just showed you had nothing to do with money. Had nothing to do with money. I'm not a pit fan. I'm not either. I haven't had a lot of luck with pit bulls. How you doing, Rhonda? It's nice to see you. I've tried to adopt 2 times. Pit bulls, trying to give them a better home. It didn't work out too well for me. And actually the same dog. I had a dog named Miles, and I tried, and both times Miles got bit. And I was like, yeah, that's not why I got a dog, to spend time with my other dog. Eric left with what he came for. He left with money and a broken family and taking that. How does anybody find that okay? Yeah, talk about the money and run. Yeah, that's what he did. So it was Sweet Home. It was Sweet Home Alabama, right? But I do think that was a remake. But he didn't come up with that song. I mean, Sweet Home Alabama is Leonard Skinner, right? Um, and so obvious he directed Timmy to act. He treated Timmy like a toddler. He did. He did. Saddest day ever when they took Timmy away and he was calling Bama. Because I know he called Patrick Bama. Yeah, I know. I gave money during that period to help with the lodging. I'm sorry. Can I ask you a question? I'm not trying to put you out there. How do you feel about that now? Are you still okay? Not listen, you didn't know, but had you have known this was going on and that he was getting money from different places, would you have still donated? I'm just asking. P. Cooper. Yeah. Eric Dad Talk page has stories about a guy named Jeff. Jeff was on Soft White with Mark. I wonder if Eric started to look up Whittaker's from Mark. Um, he knew about Soft White Underbelly through Mark. He did, but just the same way that we knew through it. I don't know what Timmy's thinking in his head. I'm wondering what he did wrong. I just am hoping that the guy's with his mom. Truth and facts, heartbreaking. Rebecca, you're getting love in the channel for your birthday. I really want to put the blame on Eric for all of this breaking. I'm wondering, though, if they were already on APS radar because of all the popularity. Well, definitely. I mean, 100% definitely that they were. If you look up Odd West Virginia, go look up Odd West Virginia on Google. And if you hit what it's about, one of the first things it says is it's the home to the Whittaker family. So that tells you about the popularity. And I agree. That's the word. He infatized him. Truth and facts. I absolutely 1,000%. It's extremely heartbreaking. If it had been friends, no money donation, none of this would have happened. Patrick and Eric are two different people, Kung Fu Panda. I agree. But I don't think it's Patrick. All the pictures that I showed you had nothing to do with money, though. It was from Patrick. These are old pictures, exactly. But they had nothing to do with money. He wasn't asking for money. Was he? Am I wrong, Flies on Coleslaw? That's what I had that's what I put in my last video. How can anybody come in and try to fix a family when their family's broken? He told Timmy how to call 911 and all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Timmy was a good actor for him because Timmy didn't know any better. Yeah, so because it's all about that's what it was all about with Eric, I believe. It was all about money because it's clear he took it. He left the family homeless, right? He left the family homeless and broken. Half of the family is in state care. Half of the family, the state's ready to close down their house. He takes their money and leaves. What about the donation money right there? And yet he says, I tried to give the money. I tried to give it to the state police. Come on, man. You sound as stupid as Sonny. Please, state police, can you take my money? Come on. Come on, man. What? Then give them their money. Give them their money. I want Patrick to make them money. Yeah, I know. And you have to remember that Patrick had his broken leg, so he was kind of out of it. And I totally think that Eric took advantage of Patrick being away from the situation. And if you go look at Kathy's timeline on Deep Soul Diver, Curious, whatever, somebody, if anybody knows her, somebody's trying to reach her. Somebody wants direct contact with her, and I think that she would talk to this person, but I don't know how to get in touch with Kathy. You know, I think she's got a good channel as far as what she puts out there, but I don't know how to get in touch with her to hook up these two, to hook her up with somebody who wants to talk with her. Somebody that reached out to me and said, "Hey, do you know how to get in touch with her?" I don't. I said I didn't. But yeah, Kathy from the Deep Soul channel, the Deep Soul Diver channel. Yeah. So if anybody, could you just ask her to email me so that I can give her the information to, if she wants to contact that person or not. Yeah, he wasn't monetized until Eric came around, with the exception of that thing that he said with the one time that he said when he went to Aldi's for them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you see what I'm saying? I agree, but you're saying, I agree with you, Kung Fu Panda. Nobody's disagreeing with you, my friend. Nobody's disagreeing with you. I haven't asked him that. I have not asked him that. Eric said APS showed up on Patrick's house, and I believe he said Patrick said get off his property. I don't know. I didn't ask. I didn't ask that. So I don't have a clue. I don't know. Yeah, so it was, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Kung Fu Panda, she's, and they're entitled to their own opinion. I just want to make sure that while you make your own opinion, Kung Fu Panda, that that you have the facts. Okay. All right. Nope, that's not what I meant to hit. What I meant to hit was Rhonda thinks Eric was in, I don't know. I don't believe that. Patrick let him know when he was on his way to meet the Whittakers, and Eric said, F you, and took it upon himself and just went to their house. I remember seeing something like that. Was the only thing Patrick had that went up in late spring, and that was for the groceries, the $217. I've actually seen the receipt to that. Yep, and it was Eric that reached out to Patrick about the GoFundMe and all that stuff. Um, so so you see what I'm saying? It's like, this is not the groceries, right? For the groceries, right? Eric didn't introduce himself to the family, had to be brought by a trusted source. That's all I'm saying, guys. That's not true. You can just go to the Whittakers. No. Listen, we know how this happened because we saw the writing on that. So that's not even on dispute. And Eric even admitted he reached out to Patrick because he saw how much money he wasn't making. And he said, man, you should be making much more money. Look at your views. I mean, this is already proven. This was already proven. And that was Eric that did it to Patrick. Patrick was just putting up videos of Timmy. That's what was going on there, with no money, not asking for shit, nothing. And then Eric came into play. So you're absolutely right. You don't go ahead and asking for people to do things to get money. And you're right. That's not what Patrick did, but that's what Eric did. How you doing, Janae? How you doing? Happy Tuesday. How you doing, Howard? Good to see you. Kathy, what a low blow, trying to take her fur babies after she lost her siblings. Yeah, think about that. They tried to take her damn pets away from her. Okay, that's fine, but that's not what I was reading. That is 100%, I think, what happened here. Absolutely. So, I mean, are we gonna just blame Patrick for being trustworthy and not knowing any better? I'm not gonna do that, you know. So, no, 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 no. Listen, this is why we do lives, Jamie, is so that people can figure out what's going on. This is why we do lives, so that those people that might not know maybe can ask, and then we can tell them, right? So that's what we're gonna do. See you later, Stacia. Take care. Thank you for joining. So, guys, what I'm saying here is look at this person that like quadruple dipped. He like quadruple dipped. Ugh. This is all true. This is all true. 100%. Yep. Well, yeah. Well, it was. It's in that video, Thicker Than Water, when she comes out and says Patrick Rourke brought it from Dixon, Brian Dixon. Well, guess what? Brian Dixon, I think, was Brian Cody. He's got so many friggin' names that I think that might have been the house that Brian Cody used to own, is the one that Patrick owns now. That's what I think. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I think. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know how yeah, it's bad. It's really, really bad. Yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad. Yeah, his but that's where I think the split came in, and that's where Eric weaseled his way in. Guys, I don't see these nobody sent me these receipts to bash Patrick. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody has sent me Patrick's receipts for his shit. There just doesn't seem to be that much dirt on him. It just doesn't seem to be that way. And as I'm watching other content creators, this is what I think is happening. You guys, you're gonna have to decide. I'm eager to know what happens on Friday and who we get this information from. If the Whittakers can visit, how that visit went, if we're gonna know anything. No, it said so. No, okay. So if you go back to the video, it was owned by Brian Dixon. Jason lived there, but I don't think he ever owned the house. You can go look. But Brian Dixon owned the property, and then Patrick Rourke owned the property. So no, you can go see. I mean, go look that up. And even BJ says Brian Dixon owned the property and Patrick Rourke owns it now. That's what's said. So, all right. I cannot wait until the investigation, right? I can't wait for it either. I really can't wait for it either. But there's a family. If they got what was owed to them, this is what I fucking don't understand. Why isn't your integrity worth more than money? Since when did that happen? You couldn't buy my integrity. I can always make money, but I can't always build my integrity back up, because God knows once it's gone, it takes a long time to build it back up. And at 62 years old, I ain't fucking with that. Here's a guy, it wasn't enough to just get reimbursed the money back, but he doesn't even lay the money out, and then wants to get it reimbursed back from the Whittakers, and then just leaves. He's comfortable in Georgia touting dad talk and let's unite families, But don't look behind me at what I did. And if you do look behind me, know that that was in their best interest. I was there. You should have seen the way that they were living. They were living in their own shit. Oh, yes, in their own shit. Even though they went in my car, even though they came over to the Airbnb, even though I put them in new clothes, they still had a bunch of shit. I went in there. Oh, yes. Why? Why didn't I take some of the donation money for the cleaning of the house? I don't know. Because it didn't benefit me. That's Eric Carroll. Here's a guy who got a shitload of money, broke up a family, and then bashed the family. I mean, he bashed the family, split up the family, fucked up the home for the family, and then took all of their money. And yet there's still Eric fans. And I know that there's not here, but there's still people that want us to believe that this man did things out of the goodness of his heart and that this is in their best interest. Let's go over to Eric Carroll's family and let's decide who should stay in that family or not. Let's go do that. Let's go over to your house. Come on over here. Why don't you start taking my dogs from me? You see what I'm saying? Like, what gives anybody the right to do that? He got a lot of money, man. I don't know how much he actually got, Jade, but he got a lot of money. He got a lot of money. This man had to make at least $200,000. Easy. It's life-changing money. Money that really can matter to the Whittakers. A contract may be voidable, or enforceable depending on the circumvental incompetence. I agree, but somebody's got to fight for the money. Somebody's got to fight for the money. So somebody needs to really look into what's going on there. Somebody really needs to, because what's going to happen is if somebody doesn't stay on top of it, that bastard's going to end up with all the money. Look, he's already paid people out of the Whittakers' money, except the Whittakers think about it, and that's his content. And then you got people on here. Well, you, Toddy, yeah, I'm going to give 10%. That's going to be more than 10. That's going to be 10% more than what Eric Carroll gives. You want to bet? You want to bet that Eric Carroll doesn't even give what's supposed to be gotten? I don't think the Whittakers are going to get a dime unless they get a lawyer. Absolutely, they do. Absolutely so. Absolutely so. They do need to be in the prayers. Listen, you can make a lot of money on you got to remember he had several channels. He didn't just have the YouTube channel. He had the Facebook channel. I'm not talking about Patrick's Facebook channel. He had the X, he had TikTok. He had a bunch of stuff on there. Hey Elizabeth, how you doing? Yeah, first they got to find the money. Did you guys not notice something? Did you not notice that there was money all over the place? There was money from Dad Talk to Eric Carroll. There was money all over the place. Good luck figuring that shit out. It's a mess. It's a mess. But I'll tell you what, you can go onto YouTube, definitely. I only know about YouTube, and it tells you exactly how much money each video made. And it tells you how much money the super chats were. It tells you, it breaks it down. It breaks it down perfectly. So, how do they get a lawyer when he has all the money? That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know, man. I would think that maybe there would be a lawyer that would come in and do something on consignment, because they could see that there's a lot of money there. Yeah, there's a lot of money. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's people that make more than that. Believe it or not. Yep. So yeah, there's money to be made. Yeah. So there's money to be made, especially those super chats and stuff like that he got. But even with just views, you figure about $8 for every 1,000 views. Do the math. You guys are smart. Regardless of what their contract says, who wants this to be their legacy? He stands to lose way more than what he's holding on to. Not when he thinks that money is the most important thing. Yeah, I remember he said $50,000, but that was like the 6th of the month. That you had 25 more days to make more money. On the 6th of the month, they made 51,000. That's from the 1st through the 6th, because you could look. It tells me how much money I made up until now. Every day it tells me how much money I made. It's an estimate. It's an estimate, but it does. I've got to figure out a way to come up with some money quick. Come on, YouTube. It's more than selfish. I mean, selfish is that's criminal. Somebody said that's diabolically criminal. That's what that is. Has Patrick made to had his money over? Has Patrick been made to had his money over? He never got his money. He only got from his channel, his Facebook channel. You think about it, he said he made $15,000 one month on Facebook. Exactly, nobody has the right. He didn't. He doesn't, and that's been proven over and over again. But guys, I just wanted to really come on here and just show you that look at how much money Eric made saying. Now I know that Lady K went over this as it was happening. People were sending her stuff and she was going over stuff. He didn't even get peanut shells, man. He didn't get nothing. He got the sawdust from the peanuts. He has $7,000 of their money, Jen, and I saw that. I don't know if he used the money for the car or what. Has Patrick given any of his funds to the Whittakers? I don't know how he's taking care of that. I'm pretty sure when they need something, he's making sure they have it because he's told me I can't tell them no, Toddy. I can't tell them no, Toddy. When they need something, they come to me, and I'm not going to tell them no, Toddy. So, you know, um, has he had to hand that BK? I don't know what's going on with Patrick and Brian Cody. I don't think that they're working together. I thought that might be something that they could do. I don't know. Every time Patrick tries to trust somebody, he gets shit on. Look at what happened with Sonny. So, and I'm not trying to speak bad of Brian Cody, but I mean, he told some untruths. So his credibility's fucked. So I don't know. I don't know. I think Patrick's better off doing it on his own, and I believe he can. He needs to reach out to legitimate people that can help him, but he might have to pay for that help. This way, at least he knows that they're working in his favor. It would be a good investment. I think he needs to get a lawyer, put the Whittaker's money in a trust, and show good faith that way, even though I think he's shown good faith, and try to bring the family back. And that's what I think, because he takes accountability for what Eric did as far as breaking up the family. He said, if I wouldn't have done this with Eric, if I just would have not paid attention to Eric, this wouldn't have happened. Yeah. Well, he wasn't looking for Eric. Eric looked for him. He wasn't looking for a way to make more money. He wasn't looking for a way to get the Whittakers a house. He was just playing. He was having a good time with a friend. That's what he was doing. And somebody came in and said, "Oh no, we could do this. Oh, we could do that. Oh, we could do that." And he's thinking, "Oh my God, if I could be a hero," this is what I'm assuming. And I got this impression. I hope Ernie doesn't mind me sharing this. Ernie Evans. He said, "Listen, I think that Patrick has had some problems in the past, and I think he found a way to make good." And you could see when he was doing things for the Whittakers that it was making a difference in his life. And I believe that. I believe that. You don't have to believe that. I believe that. Until I see something different, I believe that. I believe that. And if we're gonna stand behind the Whittakers, All right, Kung Fu Panda, you got it, my friend. Have a good one. Um, if Patrick can't tell them no, then what is Cody doing? If Patrick can't, I don't know what Brian's doing. Brian hasn't put up a lot of anything in the past 24 hours, except him getting into a private plane that was AI, right? So I haven't seen any of that. I haven't seen that. What reality check, Brandon? What's the deal? I don't know. I don't know, Rhonda. I don't know. Okay, Brandon, instead of playing this game, would you like to tell us what you anticipate or what you see in your crystal ball? We could put it on here, and this way you'll have it written. And if you're right, we can go back to you and say Brandon Lamar was right. I think that she does qualify for something. Because here's the thing, like, didn't Mark Leda say that they get money? So, is there taxes that have to be paid? Of course, of course. I think that they can get, um, I don't even want to say. I don't know enough about it, and I certainly don't know enough about West Virginia, so I don't want to speak on that. One small act of kindness can truly change anybody, right? Why not you, Toddy, and Patrick work together? I don't live down that way. I don't live down that way. Bouncing Tigger, Toddy, are all the channels still making money on them all, including Patrick's channel? I think Patrick's channel is up and running. I would assume it makes money, and in my opinion, it should. He's the only one there that's trying to help the family. So, um, Eric's channel, if you could see where there's a join button, you'll know if it's making money or not. And guys, I wouldn't watch videos off those channels, Eric's channels. Why give him the money? Go watch him from somebody else. There's always another content creator who has taken that content and watch it off their channel. Give another content creator that. I wouldn't give Eric Carroll a fucking dime. They need a social worker. I agree, La One, and I'm hoping that that's what's going on behind the scenes and we don't know about it. And I agree with that too. Does Eric try to bully you or stop you from exposing him? No. Um, no. Supposed to have brought up this for educational purposes and turned into a shit show, cash shows they are now. Yeah. The John Mass Foundation established in 2020, right? Never filing. Woo! He was part of that too. Eric Carroll was part of that. Hi, Donna. Truth and woo, that's an important thing. I like that. That's something. I'm confused about the money. There should be taxes. I know, but the taxes wouldn't come until this year in April. You don't have to pay them until April. So I don't know. Oh my. If I was accused of doing this stuff, I'd be plastering my receipts all over the place. I have a problem with it being kept a secret, of course, because your reputation would mean something. Eric Carroll kept saying, I got receipts, I got receipts. And then what did he show us? Chicken scratch. In the meantime, you see the receipts. It's very easy when you are, especially with YouTube. I mean, my accountant shouldn't even get paid from me anymore because seriously, I just show them what YouTube does. YouTube breaks the shit all down. I would assume the other platforms do that, but I don't know. Oh my, I was accused of doing this stuff will be all over the place. Toddy, have you seen Eric's friend's video? He commented that Eric has been cleared by the police. No, I haven't seen that. Which video? Which video did that? He needs to fucking give these people their money. He's a shitbag. He's a shitbag, and that needs to follow him. That needs to follow him. That should be the last fucking money that bastard makes on social media because he's a con. In my opinion, he's a con. He made promises. He didn't keep the promises. According to him, he was ready to give the money before he left the state. And now he's saying, well, they breached the contract. If you'd have given them the money before they left the state, there was no breach of contract. That came a month later, Eric Carroll. My little fucking hero. Eric Carroll, I'd love for you to come on here and answer some questions. I'm going to invite you onto my channel. Don't bring Dingbat Darren. Don't bring your Dingbat Dwayne, because I won't have fun with him, but I'll have fun with you. Eric Carroll, come on with your paper written receipts. I got some chicken scratch over. You want to use some of mine too? Where is Eric Carroll? Why isn't he answering to his subscribers? The people that donated money. People want to know where their money is. They donated not to you, Eric Carroll. It wasn't to build up your money. It was to help the Whittakers. So where's Eric Carroll coming on to the subscribers that donated money in explaining himself? Yeah, Mr. Superhero. Yeah, your cape's made out of shit. Okay, Jade. Okay, not a problem. No problem at all. I agree. I've said that this mess has to follow Eric into the future. Exactly. Exactly. People need to know, because he shouldn't be taking anybody else's money. Nobody else's money. I never saw him do that. And I don't like that stuff. I just want to tell you, I mean, seriously, I get accused of doing this shit drinking. We shouldn't do this unless we actually see somebody doing it. And if somebody's taking a pill online, maybe it's something that is not something nefarious. Maybe I don't know. You'll email something to me. Okay, Donna. Wait a minute. Sorry about that. Somebody from my job, my old job. I guarantee you. Yeah. I would say that, yeah, there's some crazy stuff going on here. But I'd love to see. So somebody said that there was a video. Hang on, let me just see. I want to see what somebody emailed me. Hang on. Okay. Oh, here it is. Wait a minute. Hang on.
My name is Jeff Morgan. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I want to discuss an article that I just saw online that actually shocks me.
This is 4 weeks ago. Do you guys want to see this? It was 4 weeks ago. Okay. Here's the problem with that. So it says 3 weeks ago, Eric has been completely cleared and he was never really part of the investigation, as the paper stated. Had it not been for Eric, there may not have been an investigation. He did this at great personal financial cost to himself. Guys, we got to watch this shit. This is a joke. I just showed you that it didn't cost him anything, right? And this is his moron. This is a moron that's saying it. He did this at great personal financial cost to himself. Is that the video you're talking about? The one that I'm talking about now with Morgan Poopsie? Do you guys want me to go over it? No, it wasn't real. The video of the ex with all the money, I don't know if that's real or not. And it's old. That's old. That's from before Eric. Okay, so let's just okay, so here, hang on. Let me see if I could bring this guy's video up. Hang on. Let me see. Let me see. Jeff Morgan. Hang on. Let me see.
My name is Jeff Morgan. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I want to discuss an article that I just saw online.
All right, so hang on one second. Where am I at here?
West Virginia State Police investigating fraud.
Hang on one second, guys. Let me get on the other channel.
And this came
Hang on.
Virginia News reports September 15, 2000.
Switch accounts. Go to here. Jeff Morgan. Carol. All right, here it is. All right, let me get it for us. You guys want to see it? Okay, hang on. Hang on, we're going to get it. We're going to get it. All right, so I'm going to play this, and I see that. Hang on. I'm going to play this, and then I see that Lady K is doing a live at 12:30. I want to get off so that you guys could go see that, if that's all right. So let's watch this. All right. There you go. Let me put this here, then take that down. And now let's play this. Where is it? Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. How come this didn't? Okay, there it is. All right. Now I see. All right. Okay. So here it is. All right. Oops. Oops. My bad. Remove. My bad. Where's my share screen bullshit? I might not be able to do this because I don't know what's going on. False allegations. Yeah, I definitely see it. Let me get out of there. Come back into here. Come on over here. Video sharing subscreen. I'm not going to be able to get this. I'll do a video on this video where I'll break it down. How's that? I'll make a video on this video breaking it down. It's totally still under investigation. That was a bunch of shit. No, most of us have seen it 4 weeks ago and again on Kathy on Toy. Okay, well then you guys have seen it. Okay, this was just sent to me. That's why. Kathy does it. Okay, I don't need to do it then if she does it. But if you could reach out to her, somebody wants to get in touch with her, and I don't know how to get in touch with her to get this person to get in touch with her. And I think she really might want to talk to this person. So, yeah. All right, guys. So listen, I'm just going to call it because in 7 minutes, I'm going to go to the bathroom, get something to eat, drink, and smoke if you want, and then go to Lady K's live, which is on in 7 minutes now, guys. So I like Lady K. I have respect for her. She's going to do a live at 12:30. I don't always do a live. Rhonda, that's the Deep Curious Soul Diver channel. The one that did the timeline. Hey Ellie, how you doing? Might be moving to Scotland. All right, guys. Hippie Chick 69, Debbie Collins. Thank you guys. Go check out Lady K. She's gonna do her live now in 6 minutes. So rush to the bathroom, get something to eat and drink. And I'll see you there. I'm gonna try to stop by and I'll try to get some more videos out. I have a few more videos to go on my other channels as well. Guys, thank you so much, as always, for allowing me to be part of your day. And it's just really important to see. It's just really important to see what happened here. You know, how somebody could fucking leave without helping after you destroyed. I mean, does that not say something about somebody? I mean, that's the same person that as floodwaters would be coming up, they'd be leaving people struggling. They'd leave them to drown. That's the type of person that does that. So, all right, guys, take care, and I'll see you. Leela, let's go over to Lady K's channel. She's doing a live. Okay, guys, take care. Take care of yourselves, guys. I so appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.